50% of men in 2023 were single and not looking for any type of relationship or any type of interaction with women. And when they were surveyed, most of them admitted to just completely giving up on dating and relationships in general.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here. I'm back once again at Angry Guys channel. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, my channel at Magbo Gaming reached over 1,400 subs recently. So yeah, if you are into video game collecting, video game hunting and stuff, and video game discussions that I do, other shorts related to it, you can check out my channel at Magbo Gaming. Yeah, so for this video, if you are into these type of videos where I tell the truth about the dating market today, about the manosphere and other related topics like that, yeah, please give this video a like. It will definitely help this video reach up in the algorithm, so that way more people's eyes can lay on this video. And subscribe to this channel, click the subscribe button, click the bell next to it, so you won't miss a single video ever again in the future. And also check out Angry Guys channel at Rumble, which is a more unfiltered, uncensored type of content where he doesn't hold back in his cursing, and he does some exclusive live streams there as well. And also you could check out the Angry Crypto Academy, because in this old digital future that we're heading to, it's always good to have some sort of assets that will appreciate in value over time. And we could teach you exactly which crypto coins to look into and invest in, that we recommend that you invest little by little, depending on your budget. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that. With that out of the way, let's get into this commentary for today. And today's commentary is going to come from Psychor. I don't remember if that was the same person last time, but it explains why men aren't dating anymore and they're happier for it. So I can relate to this because I don't remember the last time I ever dated a girl. I cannot remember right now because they're not that memorable, you could say. Like, I have dated girls before, but it was very few times, and they're not like officially that she's my girlfriend or anything like that. Last time was probably an e-date with a woman, but that's as far as I remember. Anyways, let's see what this video has to say, and we'll commentate and cover this video as best as we can and put in my thoughts onto it afterwards.
Listen, you can call it a crisis, a phase, or a silent rebellion, but something is happening quietly all around you. Men are walking away, not out of hate, not out of bitterness, but out of exhaustion. They're not fighting, they're not arguing, they're simply stepping back. And the world doesn't seem to notice. You can see it if you look closely in the way men have stopped chasing, stopped texting first, stopped planning the dates, stop trying to fix what keeps breaking. It's not that they don't care anymore, it's that they finally realized caring too much in the wrong place can destroy you.
Yeah, so during the past, many men tried their hardest to impress women so they could get their attention and stuff like that, and sadly a lot of them kind of like brush them aside, and they're not gonna get the attention from a woman unless they do something almost impossible for many men to do, because the standards for these women are way too high, and society kind of encourages that because they want them to look for the best man because they deserve the best and stuff like that. They're pretty girls, right? You know, all that stuff. Yeah, so it's just exhausting. Like, you keep trying and trying and then failing to get the woman that you want to have your attention. And it's just like, what's the point of keep going? Because it's like the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. So what's going on here? Let's keep watching this.
Years, men were told they needed to do more, make more money, be more confident, communicate better, dress sharper, love harder. And they did, but somehow it was never enough. Every time they improved, the goalposts moved. Every time they gave, the gratitude disappeared. Now the same men who once dreamed about marriage, who wanted to build something real, they're sitting alone in apartments that are finally quiet. No yelling, no chaos, no confusion, just peace. And that peace, it feels better than love ever did. Because modern love, at least the way it's sold, started to feel like a debt you could never pay off.
Yeah, that's the sad reality. Like, more men out there are preferring peace, even if they're all alone and they don't have anyone next to them, but they will rather have peace of their lives, not having to worry about the things around them, than to have someone in their life that gives them a headache and that they feel like they're never enough for the woman, and like they become a liability. Pretty much they become a burden to you, and they do not care, because men are expected to do everything, and if they're not able to perform once in some ways, then they probably shun you, they could probably divorce you, and you're gonna deal with so much headache that you could never have peace anymore. So better to be alone than bad company, right?
A man could give his time, his effort, his loyalty, his entire heart, and still be told he's not enough. Still be compared to someone richer, taller, more exciting, more mysterious. So men stopped playing the game. They stopped auditioning for roles they never applied for. They stopped chasing people who saw them as replaceable. And something unexpected happened. When they stopped chasing, they found clarity. When they stopped proving, they found power. And when they stopped dating, they found peace. But here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Men didn't just give up on dating. They gave up on trying to be chosen. Because when every conversation feels like a test, when every relationship feels like a transaction, and when every act of love feels like a performance, the heart stops showing up.
Here's something that I realized as well, which it's very sad, but it's true. It's like for men like me that barely able to attract any woman whatsoever in this life, it's like when you're not looking for women, when you're focusing on yourself and stuff, you feel more at peace, you feel more empowered, you feel like you have more control because you're just focusing on your life and, you know, no one's bothering you, you know, and that feels better than if I were to, at my age right now, 38 years old, trying to get back into the dating market, trying to get a girlfriend, trying to impress women and trying to get their attention stuff, I could go through a lot of ridicule, a lot of shunness, a lot of accusation, people calling me a creep, people saying that I'm too old or something, or all these really bad things that can ruin a man's reputation around them. And, you know, you try... Like, for example, I tried to open up to some women at work a few times back in 2023, and I didn't have any intention for harm. I just wanted to get to know them and stuff. I wanted to at least talk to them more, keep in contact with them on social media and stuff. But then when they got creeped out, well, guess what the women did? They reported me to HR. They eventually laid me off from that job because they were spreading rumors about me being a creep and stuff and trying to make them uncomfortable, and it's just not right. Like, if I tried so hard right now these days to try to get women to, because, you know, I want a woman in my life that accepts me for who I am and understands how I feel, you know, not to feel misunderstood. There's like, it's so easy to run into a woman that's gonna shun you, destroy your reputation forever, than to find someone that truly understands you, and the chances of that is so low. It's like, why bother? Like, unless you find the right woman, because once you find the right woman, like, I could be myself. I don't have to worry about me saying the wrong thing and stuff because she'll understand me and everything. But to find that type of woman in this life is very, very hard. And yeah, they becoming a liability. But rather than trying to get a liability, I'd rather get assets. Yes, assets that will enrich me over time in the future. In an old digital future that you just, if you are not invested in assets that will appreciate in a long period of time, then you will own nothing and be happy. That's why I implore you to check out Angry's Crypto Academy. Take it away, Angry.
Hey guys, in a world pushing you to own nothing and be happy, crypto is your key to survival. Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, discover the one crypto virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. The link is in the description of the video below. Go check it out now.
50% of men in 2023 were single and not looking for any type of relationship or any type of interaction with women. And when they were surveyed, most of them admitted to just completely giving up on dating and relationships in general. We live in a time where we have social media, we have all of these different dating apps, we have this abundance of platforms and different ways that we can meet new people, yet there's more people that are single and admitting to be lonely than ever before. There was a study done by Morgan Stanley. I got this from a Chris Williamson podcast, and it says in 2040, 45% of women aged between the ages of 25 and 40 will be single and childless. Those stats are pretty alarming, and you have to ask the question, how did we get here?
So yeah, I still desire a woman in my life, I will never fully give up on it, and I will still talk to women out there, but I gotta be on my guard. I'm walking on eggshells. Now, online at least, if someone tries to mistake me as a creep or something even worse than that, it doesn't really surprise me or bother me much. Like, I just apologize and then keep moving on because, well, they're too common these days. Women that are hostile like that today are too common. Anyway, let's continue and commentate more.
About anger, it's about realization. It's about a generation of men who looked at the modern dating market and said, no thanks, I'd rather be alone than be drained. And for the first time in decades, being alone doesn't feel like losing, it feels like winning. Section 2, the shift. When men stopped trying, it didn't happen overnight. There wasn't some mass announcement or protest. No movement, no hashtags. It happened in silence. One date, one disappointment, one she ghosted me at a time. It happened when men realized effort no longer guaranteed connection.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, you say one little wrong thing and a girl can ghost you. Or something may happen in her life that she's busy or whatever. And let's be honest. If a woman says she's always too busy to hang out, it's because you're not a priority to a woman. Basically, she's just using it as an excuse so that way you don't have to worry too much. But in reality, and I'd rather know the truth about this whole thing than just, vaguely being told that, oh, I'm too busy. And then every time I want to hang out, they say, I'm too busy, I'm too busy. Yeah, no one's ever too busy to hang out with someone that they truly want to be. Like, you could be the busiest woman, you could be the president of the United States or something like that, or you could be on top of the food chain and always having demands. But if you love someone dearly, like deeply, you're always going to try to make time for it no matter how busy you are. So don't give me that crap when you're telling me that you're too busy, because you're never like busy 24/7. That's hard to believe. Like, I'm tired of this stupid crap of women telling me, oh, they're too busy. Just be honest, you just don't want to talk to me. Let me just move on and not have to wonder if you're ever going to make time for me. Because I don't want to keep wasting my time against you anymore. That's how I feel about it.
When showing up with good intentions didn't mean anything anymore, when sincerity became invisible and games became the new language of love, you could see it in the way conversations changed. Once, dating was simple. Dinner, laughter, long drives, awkward smiles. Now it's interviews, checklists, negotiations. A man used to walk into a date hoping to meet someone kind. Now he walks in wondering what test he's about to fail. It's subtle, but it's everywhere. The casual comments about bare minimum men, the constant reminders that she deserves the best, the quiet pressure that being a good man isn't good enough unless he's exceptional. So men start.
So, I mean, dating used to be so simple. I think that it kind of started getting destroyed before I was even born. I'm going to be honest with you. Because even when I was a kid, even when I was a teenager and stuff, I still struggled to find dates. I still struggled to be with a girl that I want. Like, if it was that easy, if I was attracted enough, women would have came towards me. And sure, there was women that approached me, or girls that were approaching me when I was in school and all that stuff. But it wasn't the type of girl I was personally attracted to. So I kind of rejected that idea. If it wasn't a girl that I was attracted to myself that's attracted to me, which never happened because I could remember it clearly, then, I just kind of avoided them pretty much. Because, like, I feel like I could do better than that all this time. And then look at me now at 38 years old, still don't even have a girlfriend, never been married or anything like that. But at the same time, I don't regret it, because if I ended up with an unattractive woman or a fat woman, and I'm not trying to fat shame or anything, I'm not trying to say anything negative towards them directly, but I'm just saying that I'm not attracted to them. Well, I'd rather be alone in that case, because a lot of these type of women, they usually are damaged goods, or they could bring a lot more problems in a relationship and will make my life a lot more complicated. Yeah, so let's commentate a little bit more and we'll get to the conclusion.
Started stepping back, first mentally, then emotionally, then physically. You'll notice it in small ways. He stops messaging first, not because he's playing games, but because he's tired of starting conversations that go nowhere. He stops offering to plan the date because last time he did, she said she wasn't feeling it. He stops trying to impress, because every time he did, it felt like a job interview with no callback. Somewhere along the line, men stopped believing they were partners. They started feeling like applicants. And slowly, something shifted. They began to realize they didn't need to prove their worth to people who couldn't see it. They realized peace isn't found in being loved. It's found in being free from the need for approval.
Okay, so I'm gonna end this here. But yeah, it's like sometimes you feel like you're wasting your time when you're putting too much effort to actually impress a woman when you're not attractive yourself to most of these women. It's like you're just wasting your breath and they're not gonna acknowledge you. So you could try your hard, you could, you know, improve your life, improve your health, and improve the way you contact, but if they're not attracted to you, I feel that all these efforts will be in vain. And rather than that, just focus on yourself, love God, of course, and first of all, but love yourself afterwards, because if you don't love yourself, how are you gonna love anybody else in the future, right? You know, you got to be more caring about yourself in your life. And if the right woman gets attracted to you over time, you don't seek women, but women seeks you, that's the best way to go. But if nothing of that ever happens and you try your best, well, it is what it is, sadly. But, you know, and then again, that's why sometimes I still keep trying once in a while, even though that I'm going to be failing almost all the time. But if you feel that way as well, if you're watching it and you feel this way about women, I don't blame you. I understand how you feel. So, the video... If you want to watch the rest of this video from Psychor, the link will be left in the description of this video of his channel, and also the video where I commented on it, so you could watch the rest yourself and support the guy. Anyways, what do you guys think about this whole situation about men preferring to, you know, go their own way, men walking away, focusing on themselves, and not dating anymore? Because what's the point? Most men will not succeed despite their efforts, because a lot of women are not attracted to these men, and if they're not attracted, well, they're not going to reciprocate with you the same way as you're trying with them. So if they're not doing anything for me back, then what's the point of me putting the effort in something that's not gonna bring me any results, right? So yeah, if you agree with all this, you can leave a like to this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, click the subscribe button, click the bell so you'll be notified anytime that Angry Guy uploads videos on this channel. And also you could check out his Rumble as well, where he pretty much is uncensored, unfiltered and everything. Yep, and exclusive live streams as well there. And I will also remind you, in this all digital future, you want to stay ahead of inflation. So that's why I implore you to check out the Angry's Crypto Academy in the description below. Be sure to check out the page and you will know which cryptocurrencies we recommend you to look into and invest in for your future. Anyway, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo Gaming out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my channel, and until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.